Hello everybody, this is Mystic Jen. I'm here with the reading for Leo for October 2018. Okay, and we're going to see what messages we have for Leo. This is for Sun, Rising, Moon. And this is a general reading. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind. If this doesn't resonate with you, make sure you check out all your signs, your Sun, Rising, Moon, and even Venus in some cases. Okay, I'll adjust the camera just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Okay, what does Leo have coming up in October? Okay. I got a few cards here and I want to pop out. Okay, we have the central issue of the Ten of Cups. Okay, Ten of Cups is about happy times, blissful times, family times, the family unit. Ten of Cups is a good omen, so I feel October might be bringing some good things in for you, Leo. And what is below you is the Three of Swords. You came for, well, what was working under the scenes is happy times after a very not so happy times. And above you, this has been coming up a lot for a lot of people, a lot of readings. We have Seven of Wands reversed. And for air, we have Three of Cups reversed. We have two threes here, which is interesting. And for fire, Five of Wands, fire and fire. Ooh, that's powerful. Okay, we have our next two signs, Queen of Wands in the earth, and we have Four of Wands in the fire, or in the water position. Wow, tons of fire, Leo. You guys are on fire. Holy shit. Tons of fire energy. Tons of fire energy. This is very active around the very passive card. So it's like fire and water. It's like fire's making the water evaporate. I see past influences was the Hermit reversed. Okay. And we have Six of Pentacles. Yeah, coming up towards the end of the month. So let's dive right in, folks. What do you say? Okay. Okay, we will start with, as usual, the influences coming from last month into this month. I feel like a lot of you Leos were in hermit mode in August. Keeping to yourself. You've been doing a lot of self-discovery, a lot of self-reflection, trying to find where you belong. Everything was turned upside down, and you're trying to find out where you belong. And coming into October, you're coming out of that hermit mode and really asserting yourself. I think you did not have direction before, and I see a lot of meditating. And there's light illuminating, trying to light your way, and you're trying to find, this is somebody meditating and trying to find their path, okay? I feel like you've been stopped you've had a lot of blocks, but it feels like that's being alleviated coming into October. And if you do hermit mode, but going into a community, into a happy setting. This could be family, this could be a community. So it feels like where you presently are, what you're moving into, is a more contentful period. Okay? Now, keep in mind, you still could have some of this energy left over, but where you're at right now, it feels like you do have loving family and loved ones around you. And when I say loving family, it could be friends and family. Does not have to be blood relatives. But this is happy times. Okay? Now, like I said, this is a general reading. This isn't for everybody. You're in happy times. Okay? And what was on your mind was the Three of Cups reversed. Air and water. Okay? Now, the Three of Cups reversed, what's in your thought process still is a little bit of hermit mode. This is, for some reason, you're not celebrating quite yet. Perhaps you're resisting this happy environment. But this is your thought process. Your thought process, you don't feel like celebrating. You don't feel like you're winning anything. Okay? But it feels like you're going into a more family environment where there are going to be people around you who are going to care. Okay? It feels like a totally different situation than what you've been in before. But you're taking the attitude, you're waiting for the rug to be pulled out from under you again. I think you've lost that meditative state. You haven't been doing a very much self-reflection recently. But your frame of mind is mentally you don't see celebrating. So investigate this more as to why. In the fire position, fire of actions and your passions and your creativity, is the Five of Wands. Now the Five of Wands is competition. The Five of Wands is pettiness, petty arguments. So what I'm thinking here is you've been engaging in arguments with family members and letting it cloud family environments. And so you don't feel like celebrating. You don't feel like it's happy times. But it could lead to happy times, but it's like there's all this pettiness that's getting in the way. It feels like that you are engaging in a lot of arguing, whether that's with friends or with family. Okay? This is on the surface, and what's below in like the emotional state is the Four of Wands, is stability. Despite all this, Leo, despite your thoughts not being as happy thoughts, celebrative thoughts, you still are in a better emotional, more stable emotional state. Okay? Now this is fire and water. Fire and water are opposites. But this is a celebration card as well. But being in the emotional position, the emotional element of water, I'm just feeling like your emotional state, fours are about stability, is more stable than what it has been before. You've had a little bit of upset. There are still ups and downs. These two here are telling me ups and downs emotionally. But despite the ups and downs, there's a little bit more emotional stability despite that. And over here in the earth The earth position, earth and fire. Earth fuels fire, fire consumes earth. Is the Queen of Wands. This is you, Leo. This is you going after what you want in the physical world. This is you grounding yourself. This is you in need of becoming grounded. So says the Hermit, because you came from meditating. You're not meditating anymore, but you came into going into October a little bit more grounded. But I feel like that fire energy is, there's so much fire in here. It needs to be tamed down a little bit. I do feel that you need to ground. Maybe you need to start meditating a little bit more again to ground yourself. And this here, there could be celebration, maybe something that I feel like in the practical world, you have a project that you started, that you're very ambitious about. You're very passionate about it. Okay, you are very confident in it. And that's what gives you joy, because fire is here too. This is some stability, active stability in the fire element. That could be spirituality. That is projects and creativity. So you're very happy about your creative projects, and you know exactly where you want to go, and you're displaying some confidence. And the underlying theme going into this, what is hidden under the scenes, under the surface, is you're still suffering from a lot of pain that has not healed yet. So I see this as 3. I'm seeing 3 here. With the 3 of Swords, is more than just piercing the heart. 3 is jumping out at me as maybe 3 recent events that had happened. This could be 3 people involved in a situation also. You and 2 other people that's connected to your family. Okay? But 3 people that's involved, that there's a lot of pain under the surface. And that is in need of healing. Okay? And they're still celebrating here. There's happy times here. They're celebrating here. This is a resistance to celebration. So it feels like there is a slight resistance. There still could be something good coming. Oh! I do apologize about that. Somebody knocked over my camera. It wasn't me. It just fell over for absolutely no reason. Okay, I think somebody is trying to talk. I do apologize about that. I'm not editing that out of this video. But somebody's trying to speak. They're trying to get my attention, basically, I think. I swear I did not touch the camera. But there's 3 celebration cards right here straight in a row. 1 is reversed, 2 are upright. That is really drawing my attention. I feel like that there could be some healing, but somebody's resisting, somebody's fighting it in the situation. Okay, on your mind or on the surface is, it feels like that you have been defensive, on the defensive side, which is definitely related to the hurt and deep pain that you felt in this whole situation, in this scenario. And then you're feeling like the world's against you, and right now you're you're looking at things that you cannot stand up against everything. It feels like you're breaking down instead of standing your ground. But I feel like there needs to be a balance there between standing your ground and biting your tongue. And this card is also saying, try not to be too defensive. This could also be a sign that you need to take down some defenses and allow healing to begin. I'm feeling like a block that you are the person standing in your own way of allowing the past to heal. You are standing in the way of yourself of healing. And what's coming up towards the end of the month is we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is give and take, giving and receiving. And it is in an upright position, so I feel like receiving. You're going to receive a blessing is what I'm being told in October. I'm seeing charitable contributions. But I'm feeling like you're going to be receiving something that's unexpected. And from somebody that you least expect. Okay. And I actually want to pull a couple clarifying cards. I want to clarify the Six of Pentacles here. This giving and receiving, these blessings. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles, please. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles. Okay, I have the strength. You're going to be receiving strength. That time it wasn't me, I bumped it. Receiving strength and enlightenment. With the Hangman and strength. These are two major arcana cards. So the end of this month is something huge. You're going to you're going to be given strength that you thought you never had. You're going to be discovering it. You're going to get strength from somewhere. You're going to your eyes are going to be opened up. You're going to receive some enlightenment about a situation. It's like your eyes are going to be open. You're going to be able to look at things in a new perspective. No matter where this is coming from, no matter who gives you what, or you might be the one giving to somebody, but you'll be able to look at this in a whole new perspective. I'm feeling like, again, we have here the Hangman is also about meditating to bring about that enlightenment. So I'm feeling like by the end of October, you're going to have to go back into in fact, during October, I feel you need to go back into meditating and thinking or prayer, whichever it is you do. Okay? But feeling a lot of spiritual strength being given to you. And like I said, enlightenment. Being able to see things in another light and answers coming to you. Okay? I feel like this is definitely a family issue that's going on here. And there's also spiritual things. So, on a spiritual level, your spirit needs to heal. And the spiritual guidance that I'm seeing here is about letting down your defenses a little bit, taking down the wall, and letting the healing begin. Okay, we're going to get a couple oracle cards here. One or two, depends on if Spirit says everything it needs to say in one or two cards. From my Oracle of Oddities. I just had to look over to where I had this deck standing, make sure there weren't any cards just laying there. This happened a couple times. And that was my signal to pick that card up as put as part of the reading, but none this time. Okay, let's see what Spirit has for Leo. I think you're expecting to be totally defenseless, but you're going to have that strength. Water. I am seeing water as spiritual growth in this instance. Okay. Water is telling me, let the tears fall. Quit holding them back. Cry it out. Cry it out once and for all. Going along with the enlightenment, I am seeing the need for listening to your intuition, getting in touch with that spiritual part of you again. It seems like you've lost that spiritual part along the way here over the past month or so. Kind of lost part of it, and it's telling you need to get that back. I am going to draw another one. I'm not doing romance angels because this is not a romantic reading. This is not a love reading. This is about family, and this is about you spiritually. How the past hurt has hindered you spiritually. Okay, I've got joy. Joy is going to be returned to you. I'm seeing that here. This is joy and bliss and happiness. This is receiving enlightenment, strength, receiving strength and enlightenment and joy. Joy is going to be returned to you. You need to cry this out. And once you cry it out, October is going to be a month of healing yourself and getting back in touch with your spiritual self. And joy returning. Okay, so this is the reading that I do have for our Leos. Please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you can be notified when I put out new videos. And comment below. If you like a personal reading, make sure you do see my Etsy shop. My flash sale is almost over. Right now, I receive 15% off any reading in my Etsy shop. And blessed be, and thank you for watching.